Hi! If you watch any of my previous videos, there are some that I create when a client drops off their rackets. And if there's something interesting about it, I'll create a video. So I have a client here, Michelle, that dropped off her rackets for restringing. But what I think will be interesting about this video is that these rackets were long overdue. In fact, they were strung 17 months ago. After 7 months, I did remind her that she should have had it restrung after 6. But she played with it for another 10 months and finally she brought them to me. So what I did is I took initial readings with ERT 300 and my Babolat RDC. And what we're going to take a look at is what the readings are at now. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this racket. And I'll show you the reading after I get it up here. So this racket started off with a DT of 35. And you can see right now it's at 28 right there. So with the ERT 300, it recommends that anytime it drops between 10 and a maximum of 20%, you really should restring your racket based on the tension loss of the strings. Oh, and if you want to know what that is in pounds, 35 DT is 51 pounds, and at 28 it's 41 pounds. So that's 10 pounds of tension loss. All right, so I'm going to use my Babolat RDC, and this takes the string bed deflection, not the actual pounds. All right, so we're going to take a look at the difference between when I had it strung and what it is now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and change the screen so you can see that eventually, but I have to. All right, so right there. So my initial value on this one was 56, and right now it's reading at 36. So I'm going to bring it down to here. And you can see that the potential energy, that number on the bottom, is at 30%. And with the Babolat RDC, it recommends that anytime it's below 50, that your racket should be restrung. So I am actually going to see Michelle later today. So this will be interesting because I'll restring her rackets during the lesson. I won't say anything about this, but I'll let her play with it and see if she can actually feel the difference. I hope she does, otherwise this is not going to be an interesting video. But at the very least, in this video, I hope to shed some light on why it's important to track tension loss, and it's really important to have devices like a ERT 300 to do that. So I'll go ahead and restring it, and we'll see what happens out on the court. All right, so Michelle is about to arrive for her tennis lesson, but what I decided to do was restring only one of the rackets, and that way during the lesson she can switch back and forth. And I wanted to see if she can tell the difference between a freshly strung racket and a racket that has 17-month-old strings, and hopefully she can tell the difference in a good way. All right, so we just finished the lesson, and Michelle had an hour workout, worked on her volleys. And I told her to switch back and forth between the two rackets. So she doesn't know which one is which. I do because I know which dampener goes with which racket. So, Michelle, could you tell the difference between the two rackets? Yep.
I'm the worst one to tell the difference because I don't feel I'm sensitive enough. But I love when you said, trust your racket. And I felt that I could trust that one a lot more.
Oh. Okay, because of how
I just felt it felt more secure. It felt like just felt better. It felt better.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's hard for Michelle to really describe it in words. One racket is a slightly heavier, so maybe that might be part of it.
Yeah.
But guess what?
What?
You picked the right string. So this is actually the one I just restrung.
It just like that,
yeah,
please.
So I can tell you a little bit about it. So before I strung it, I actually did some tests on the strings, and your old strings, well, this one, the 17-month-old one, there was only like 30% energy left in the strings. So
Wow.
anytime it's below 50, I was telling earlier that you should have it replaced. So
I believe you.
that's good that you could tell the difference.
I am surprised. I could feel the difference.
Yeah. All right, so now that Michelle could tell the difference between the new one and the 17-month-old strings, what did you learn from this?
Get my rackets strung regularly.
Okay, good answer, Michelle.
Yes.
All right, so I'll give you back
Yes.
your racket. Earlier in this video, I mentioned that I used a couple of devices to track tension loss, and the first one is this Babolat RDC, but they don't make this anymore, and you can't buy it, unfortunately. But the ERT 300 is something that you can buy. It is kind of pricey at $250, but it is a worthwhile investment if you're really into racket stringing. If you want to check out other tension devices, I did another video, so I'll leave that link below. And if you want to learn more about when and why restringing is important, I did another video, so I'll leave that link also. And finally, if you want to learn more about the different kinds of string setups, I have another video where I discussed the stringing guidelines and how you should progress from one string setup to another. So I hope you check that out. So I want to thank Michelle again for participating in this playtest, and thank you for being a good sport.
Thank you, Albert.
And thank you for picking the right one.
Thanks for watching.
Happy restringing.
And let your strings play.
Aloha! I'm proud to announce that I recently joined the Tennis Warehouse affiliate team. If you purchase products from Tennis Warehouse, please use my affiliate link provided below. I will receive a commission, which will help support me and my YouTube channel. Mahalo and let your strings play.